Welcome back to to Get Nerd Central, and I found this game on Game Pass, and it looked fun. And, Pop the Bot hasn't had any content at all ever because that doesn't exist anymore. So I'm gonna be playing this. Choose the investigation. The judge. Victims have all something in common, and the motives seem clear. But which suspect could have done it? Balanced case, perfect for a first run. The Angel of Death. Random victims, unknown motive. Weird case, slightly more difficult than the others. The Sandman. Victims may feel random at first, but there's a connection. Yet the motives might be hard to find. Dark and twisted case. Surprise investigation. The game will randomly pick an unsolved investigation. Since I've never played before, I'll just pick the judge. I'll do balanced. Cause like normal. Yeah. I've never played the game before, so I really have no clue. I won't keep the stream on for too long. I'll probably just go through like a chapter, maybe? I don't know. This probably won't be up for a little bit, but well, be up until a little bit. Whatever. The music is nice. Oh, last. Oh, okay, so it's like a little quirky, like comic almost, with the animation. What? Are we Bearded Man, or what? Oh, doctor here? Sir, can you hear me, or do I need to speak up? You're fine. She takes a deep breath. Sir, you've just spent 2 weeks in a coma. The word bounces around your head. You need a moment to understand this meaning. Or its meaning. Coma. The word scratches along your throat. Yes, you are the victim of an assault. The word resonates in your head. Victim. You are aware a serial killer is currently on the loose in Paris. You feel the contents of your stomach crawling up your throat. The judge, as the police call the killer, assaulted you. The bullet touched your liver, and, in most circumstances, it would have been fatal. We chose to put you in and included what? Her voice becomes more distant. Distant fades. You taste bile at the back of your mouth. Your head is burning. You have a whistle in one ear. Your fingers move up to your wound underneath the bandages. You can feel hard skin. It is incredibly painful. Did they? I'm sorry? Did they catch the judge? No. What about my passenger? Oh, because I'm a taxi driver. That's like the whole base of the game. He was dead before you even got out of your cab. Oh, get nerd. The doctor is silent for a second, a very awkward second. She hesitates. The police would like you to see you as soon as possible to ask you some questions. After all, you're the only one who survived the judge. Noise in the hallway attracts your attention. You try to turn your head to no avail. You need to rest. She leaves the room. Her voice resonates in the hallway. I don't care. He's the only witness. Other female joins in, a strong, authoritative voice. You can't clearly make up what she's saying. A strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, not fatigue. Some odd combination of the two. Before being in this hospital room, you never realized that anger was made up of a combination of pain and exhaustion. God. Anger. A feeling you know all too well. Days go by, and a month later, Night one, boys. Time for FNAF. No, I'm joking. Okay, apparently I need my top right. Hold on a second. Alright, back. I switched just my broadcast bar to top left because you know Xbox. You have a pounding headache. It's your first night behind the wheel since the attack. Boss, are you listening to me? You catch your boss's eye in the rearview mirror. Yeah. He stares at you for a second too without speaking. Sometimes I wonder what goes on inside your head. You always seem so far away. Sorry. I just want things to get back to normal, to clear my head, to stop thinking about it all. He's watching you closely, trying to make sure what's going on in your head. You know, I'm worried about you, don't you? I know. You're like a son to me, you know. I know. And you know he's about to tell you the story of his taxi fleet again. When my father died and left me the store, I could have sold it. I could have retired, gone back to the old country. I'll let him go on. But I decided to start a cab fleet with the money he left me, hire the guys from the neighborhood. That was sweet of him. And that's why I got 45 guys like you working for me. His hands flutter in the air, though none of them are any match for you. He smiles. His voice suddenly takes on a serious note. Do you want me to go over everything again? Points to the equipment on the dashboard, the meter, the GPS. I'm in a taxi for a week. Maybe you need a little refresher. Hold on a second. Let me change my broadcast bar. I have a feeling I'm gonna need the map, so I'm just gonna keep it off the top of my screen. Yeah, good idea. Right then. Well, first the map. You spot potential customers and try to guess where they'll be going. Then you decide. When a customer orders a taxi, if there's no one else around you, you have to go pick them up. He shrugs. That's the way it goes. It's business. No problem. The other fares, you look out the map and decide whether or not you want to take them. And then you drive. He flashes a quick, mechanical smile. You know it well. When he talks about work, he talks about work. That's all. Oh, I didn't notice the nice trees in the background and how like the rain almost the flow of the rain. That's pretty nice. When your shift is over, we do the numbers and... His voice trails off as if searching for the right words. And that's all. It's pretty simple. There's no reason why you can't do it. Well, oh right, no overtime. We're in France here and there are rules, regulations. You might not see it that way, but no one likes having a driver who hasn't slept for 24 hours. He looks away. Something's been bothering him since he got into the cab. Anyway, you know the ropes. You get it. I know you're gonna do a good job. What's the matter? Your boss keeps quiet for a while, as if he's hesitant to speak, and then, I don't think you shouldn't be driving. The murderer is still out there, and we think he's gonna come back for you. We? Your colleagues do. Your colleagues, I do, too. Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Every minute spent on your taxi. Wait. What? He gives you a smile, half ironic, half serious. You can count on me. He scratches at an invisible stain on the armrest. Yeah, I know. That's the problem. He smiles. Your boss opens the door and exits the cab. You watch him cross the street and enter the fleet garage. A couple of colleagues are milling about. Taxis are coming and going. They all ignore you, consciously or unconsciously. You are branded. You sit there a moment and turn the key in the ignition. The hum of the engine sends a tingle down your spine. It's impossible to describe how you miss that feeling. It's back to the night shift, back to life, despite the attack, despite it all. Very emotional for not having even done shit. I'll pick up this cool cat. Peter DJ. Yeah. The door opens and your passenger collapses in the back seat. His eyes are hidden behind a pair of large, dark glasses. His clothes reek of sweat and booze. A clubber. He mumbles his destination and you start driving. Hold on, let me switch. I'm just trying to make sure the broadcast bar isn't in the way. Sorry about that. These words exchanged, weather, taxes, traffic. Then you can tell it's coming. The inevitable conversation about the killer. Some bits of information, rumors, things overheard. You make a mental note of what you've heard. Who knows? It might come in handy. Your mind wanders. Your eyes vaguely scan the store windows. The sodium light coming off the street lamps feels like it's dripping into your brain. You're falling asleep. You need a bit of music to keep you awake. I'll ask him. You glance at your passenger. You mind if I put a little music on? He waves his hand as if to say, who cares? You turn the radio on, pressing on the dial to find a station you like. 80s rock ballad, too soft. Behind you, your passenger is snoring, barely, but you can hear him. Atonal classical music, sounds like the orchestra is badly tuned. Rye? Ray? Rye? I don't know what that is. Not tonight. Two journalists discussing new evidence in the investigation to the judge's murderers. The information they share, salon talk, nothing more, seems important nonetheless. An ad interrupts the torrent of words and you change the station. Classical music again, the flute grates on your ears. Electronic music, you like the rhythm but just aren't in the mood. Stop. You lift your hand from the dial, the music plays on. Not bad. Turn it up so I can hear better. His voice, I didn't want to wake you. His voice sounds like it's coming from a deep cavern. Hey, I got it right first try. I was sleeping, just sobering up. He leans forward. Not bad at all. You hear the touch of an accent, probably American, but someone who's lived most of his life in France. Leave it on until they say the musician's name. Music continues, there's something tuning in the background, a persistent melody that gets higher and higher. Your client mumbles, I bet. The song is coming to an end, and the announcer in piercing foghorn voice throws out the name of a DJ you've never heard of. DJ Blunt. I knew it. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good product. It's pretty It's pretty conventionally structured, but it's super popular. He snickers. Still. I taught that dude everything he knows. Everything. In 94 at a party in the Rex Club, there was a kid who started buying me rounds. He waved his hand around. A kid, no older than 17, I thought he was hitting on me. He chuckles. He wouldn't have been disappointed. He shakes his head. No, he wanted me to teach him how to spin. I told him, no, but you can watch. And that's exactly what he did every week until we moved to the Osiris. He sold X to pay his way in. That sucks. That must have to suck, man. He briefly snickers, and now he's on the radio. Silence filled the cab. Waited silence. You can tell your passenger's mind is spinning. You know what he did this summer? He was the opener for the soccer championship at Stade de France. It was huge. Wonder what people think if they knew he was selling drugs at 17. He lowers his voice a bit. If they only knew. Your passenger clams up. You stare at their passenger and notice little details revealing how old he must be. Standing on top of his head, the crease in his forehead, his worn blazer, but they can't quite fasten anymore. We ran into each other in Ibiza 4 or 5 years ago. I almost jumped at the sound of his voice. I was spinning in this little cup, yeah, really little. It was something. He totally ignored me, of course. Even with those dark glasses, you can see how angry he is. DJ motherfucking cunt. He suddenly starts waving his arms around. You hear him just through his and he says, oh, your radio. Can it take a flash drive? You glance at the radio. You don't really know what he's talking about. I don't know. No worries. There's his phone in the space between the two front seats. Listen to this. It's what I played tonight. It's mine. He sets his phone to play. But, people were barely dancing. A drum machine playing a hard edge beat in the background. They were talking, taking each other's pictures. Four nights start to dance in the cab. They barely touch, never kiss anymore. Perfect dance beat becomes progressively audible. All that. A purely electronic crescendo plays. Is over. There's a break in the music. Synthesized strings calm the song down without slowing it down. At least. The song is getting intense again, explodes as your passenger drifts off. I got people dancing. The song keeps going for another minute and stops. Your passenger doesn't budge. You drive to the rhythm of a snoring sound fills the cab. Ideas are bouncing through your head like they do every time you find yourself alone. The guy in the back seat is too old to be young. You look at your own hands. They look like they're suddenly aging in time lapse. Close your eyes a second. Only a second. When you open them, you've reached your destination and have pulled over the sidewalk. You tap your passenger and walk to start. Shit, yeah? We're here, sir. Oh, yes, great. He rummages through his pockets and hands you a few rumpled bills for fare. Thanks, I hope you liked it. Silence. Music, my music. The song I played you. Yeah, it should have been in the spotlight, you see. 15 minutes of fame. Just a minute of. He sniffles a burp. You hear him mumble as he leaves the taxi. Those whiskey and or. Don't know what that word is. Really screw with my system. You see him stagger towards his building. It takes him several tries to get the door open. He finally disappears inside. You leave a long sigh. Okay, come on. Closest person. I'm going to 13th, blah, blah, blah. Yes. Passenger getting in the cab smells like alcohol. There's a feeling of sadness about her. She gives you her address and you start the car. They settle into an unsurprising standard of conversation. Climate change, politics, the price of real estate in Paris. Then someone mentions a serial killer. You lean in to listen. A rumor. Could be of help. Passenger pulls out her phone, but her screen remains off. Glance back at her in the rearview mirror every now and then. She's clearly upset, uneasy, sad. All of a sudden, she speaks to you. She has a deep, soft-spoken voice. Excuse me, do you think texting to say you have enough evening like just 10 minutes after you saw someone, it might seem a bit desperate, no? You smile. Clearly, you are not an expert on the subject. I have no idea. Her brown eyes sparkle with amusement. Sorry, I didn't want to. She turns her face away, apparently blushing. The thing is, I don't know if I'd be able to do it anyway. It's so hard. I really like meeting that girl. Super nice. I've been in Paris for 8 years now. 8 years. And it's hard, incredibly hard. Her voice falters. And there's so many people in Paris too. You should see them. I do a lot of work in law firm. They're bursting with attractive women. But there's so much shame. And denial. Most are uncomfortable, lost. But I get it when you're 20. But when you're 30? Her eyes widen in dismay. Anyhow, who am I to say? I wasn't any better when I was 20, right? I'm surprised, that's all, and fed up. Passenger suddenly realizes she's oversharing. Sorry, I didn't know I'm telling you all this. Don't worry about it. Her eyes light up. Thanks for listening. When I got to Paris, I thought it was going to be a nice group of women at last, to go out and have fun. All I found out was more of the same. Girls who are inhibited, hung up, afraid, and don't want to commit. The girl tonight, she just wanted to go out for a drink because she was bored. That's why we met up so late. She didn't have anything to do at home, so she didn't put it that way, of course, but I knew. Dates today or so? My friends who are old to talk about the bars I went to go back in the day, the underground scene, glances exchanged in the metro. Me, I'm happy just getting an emoji. Pretty pathetic. Luckily, there are dating apps. We talk, we try to get to know each other. Sometimes we can't help it, and we sleep together out of sheer necessity. But our real needs are never actually fulfilled. She falters. An uncomfortable silence ensues. Mine aren't, anyhow. She smiles. You near the address your passenger is giving you, her face clouds over. She lets out a sigh. You park in front of her building, she pays the fare, thanks you warmly, but it's unable to open the car door as her strength have deserted her. Sorry, I just need a second. Another second. Take your time. She nods, breathing out, straightening herself almost in perfect. I couldn't read it fast enough. Come on, you can do this. She climbs out of the cab. Her eyes follow her as she walks over to the building. A moment later, she's gone. Pog.
Money! Yeah, gamers!
I got 16 seconds left. Door suddenly opens and a woman gets to the back seat. Cool. Bus it. Having a good night. For a second, you freeze. It's one of the cops working on the judge's case. She grins at you. Her voice creaks. Remember seeing her at the hospital. Something's already bothered you about her. You know, it's actually pretty crazy for weeks. I've been saying to myself, there's something off about you. Something's not so nice. I dug around, mulled it over, bugged all my fellow cops about it because I assured you lied to us. Didn't lie. She whistles to cut you off. Hey, y'all talking. She has a cold sneer on her face. I'm going to be frank with you. She leans over to you. I don't think you're the judge. Nah, I just can't picture it. She squints like she's trying to make you. Bitch. Wow.
Wow, they think that this old man that's just Aiden Pierce is the judge?
Like if you're going to the extent of hurting yourself, yeah, between us, it's Miss Scratch. Okay, this character is like the main character is giving me like Aiden Pierce vibes from Watch Dogs 1. But not enough of a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I didn't know better, I'd think he had a crush on you. She smirks. No, I think he's more interested in your profile. In prison at 17. What?
Backstory.
I like backstory. And for murder, too. What? You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. Since you got out, you kept a low profile, but you're always lying about your name and your address. I checked. It's normal, you'd say, if they get a word of your time served. No loan for your apartment, no lease for your car, meaning no second chance in life. Her voice becomes softer, almost warm. I personally like guys who want a second chance. No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work for me. She leans forward, her shining cat-like eyes narrow. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor with the first and last name with evidence. Actually, knowing him, he's not so hot on evidence, so I'll give you info. Victims, suspects, medical reports, some photos are a bit. She makes a gagging noise. You have to be discreet. Keep it between me and you and me. Interrogate, ask questions, dig around. Seems nothing. I'm not asking you to make an arrest and deliver the killer wrapped up with a bone from the station, okay? Ow. That hurt. You're not Batman. You're just here to give me more information. She rummages around her pockets for what seems like forever. Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3-4 days just to check in. We'll chat. And I'll let you know if I have any new info. She takes on a didactic, paternalistic tone, like she was giving you a list of recommendations for the 100th time. Don't get caught, don't get arrested. Also, I'd recommend you trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like and I know who your friends are. You can either be the solution or the problem. Mi amigo. She takes a minute to scan your face, your emotion. If I have to, I'll go check on you know who. Her smite is biting. That reminds me, you know you done time? You shake your head, she snickers. Oh, my little dirt bag, you cover your tracks now. I did what I could. Yeah, if you say so. She sighs in a tired, exaggerated way. Don't try to mess with me, man. Things don't go well. I pressed A uncontrollably. I'll send your picture to all my friends in the media and every asshole in Paris. Your picture with your name on it, your real name. Everyone close to you will have their places searched. They'll be put under house arrest, spend nights in jail. Any idea how tense things are with that fucker's trail underway? You sigh. You know just what she's trying to get at. Come to think of it, her last names are almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. I'm. Oh,
Holy shit, it's the murder of my brother?
nothing like that, son of a bitch. She smiles. Let me know. Let me tell you. That face of yours and your handle, they'll welcome you with open arms. You have no right. I know. You have no right. Takes on a serious tone, business like. I want to catch this killer personally. I want to drag him to court, ruin his fucking life with a bang. I can't botch this case. You got me? Neither can you, right? Obviously. Well, great then. We see eye to eye. So you can say you're my informant, Michael. Cole. He ripped open your gun. You saw your own insides. You're in a coma. Yeah, you have plenty of reasons you don't want to get back at him. She furrows her brow. Yeah, I think you're actually going to do what I tell you to do. You investigate, ask questions, listen to all of rumors, and you come up with a list of suspects. She lays her hands on the door handle and freezes. All right, don't get fired. Without this cab, you're worth nothing to me. You glare at her. I don't think I should call her a bitch. She's my employer now. She puts her hand up, and you can hear the words behind it. This conversation never happened. I'll make sure you get more until now. I'll find a way. Until then, not a word to anyone. Obviously, not a word. The door opens, squeaks, and slams shut. Fucking bitch! Shut up, achievement. I can't see it because of achievement. You sit alone for a while, teeth clenched, dry eyes, ears buzzing. Shit! I just get to say fuck words. On the back of the seat, the cop left a pile of papers. Shit. Key in the ignition, motor running, radio on, crackles, you turn it off and start driving. Talking to passengers might unlock new documents, includes your investigation. You will find in the back of your studio after your shift. Pog! Am I done for the night? Cool. Oh, maybe?
So I mean, I get to go home and jerk off or something.
Dude, boring cutscene. No, I'm joking. I do like the animation style. Honestly, very, very nice. I do quite enjoy it. Take a second to join the silence of your studio apartment. Outside, the city is slowly waking up. You still hear the hum of taxi buzzing in your ears. You throw the files Bussett gave you on the table. On the wall, you hung up the big cork board where you used to pin up photos of your nephews. They've been gone since you got out of. Your plan is simple. Jot down all pieces of evidence and connect them to the suspects. The guilty party won't necessarily be the one with most evidence against them, but the one with the most compelling evidence against them. It's like you're building a story about each suspect. Try to understand their motives. Understand how he or she got into the situation. Your neighbor flushes the toilet. Out of the corner are you. Press A before too quickly. You glance at your bed and get to work. What am I gonna do now? Read? More read? I'll look at Can I look at victim 1? No, fuck you. No, I'm joking. Oh, I need a bottom left. Cause yeah, there's a thing. Oh no, that's gross. That's actually gross. Okay, there's literally nothing there. Autopsy report, victim 3. Given by Bussett. Cool. Alright. And I'm doing the investigation. Hog. So just hold A on stuffs. Oh, and I have like a time limit and shit. Alright, cool. And you can click on board. Ah. Oh, you can have to move shit around. Alright, so crime scene things. Alright, so I'm trying to sort this with like the best possible sort. Well, that's literally all of them. Okay, so less than. Okay, so basically, I think that I don't know if I can. I don't know if I need this anymore. Sign of violence, killing new victims of research. Okay, so I think I don't know if the customer could be accurate, because if the customer is accurate, then that straight up just eliminates these 3 people. Yeah. But how much? There's only 2 evidence to this dude, and there's 2, but there is 2 evidence to that dude. I know. I'm gonna keep that on. I already looked at all the stuffs. Yeah, alright. I'll end night. Heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. Slowly open the sofa bed and lie down. Empty the day run through your head. Streets, the passengers, their faces, their problems.
Guys, smoking bad. Don't smoke.
I'm sorry, but not really. All right. That was pretty good. You open one eye. Found Sion. Comment. Get up quickly. All right. So that's the end of night numero uno. I'm gonna end that here, and leave a comment if you want to see more of the coolness and suggestions and good night, girl.
I'll see you tomorrow.